Alright, ending the fast at 155.5. Here is my first food of the day. Here's what I'm breaking my fast with. Sardines. Yep. I have developed a sardine. I've developed a sardine habit. So, some people find it gross, but I love sardines. Hello everyone. I'm just here giving an update after the last after breaking the last fast. So that fast, it's been like a couple days now since I've broken that fast. And then I was just thinking of like what are my plans going forward. So I've been having ever since I got a Fitbit. I don't know if there's a video I have of me opening a Fitbit. It's made me started be more cognizant of my heart rate variability and I look at it very closely while I'm fasting, and so there have been some issues. Remember the last time I talked to you about like the dehydration causing like spikes in heart rate, and this last fast was a little bit was a little bit concerning. So there are clearly issues with like water and electrolytes and not being able to balance them, or maybe because I've been in periods of depletion too long. So right now, because of all that, and it causes quite a bit of anxiety that I really don't care for in this moment in time. I will be pulling back quite a bit on fasting. Probably like I've said this before. I always keep changing my mind because every time I start like decide that I was just gonna do one day, for some reason it always stretches to multiple days because you feel like once you start one day you don't want to have to stop again and go through the hard work of starting the fast all over again. But this time it's probably going to be this time I'm probably just going to go through and be like, I'm not going to be doing long-term fasts for a little while. Probably the most I will do is 1 or 2 days and switch off, maybe just go and then on the days when I do fast, I'm not going to be 0 calories. I'm going to maybe have something small up to 500 calories, like in the modified fasting regime where you can have up to 500 calories. Maybe I can even go slow and be like I can have up to 300 calories of something. I have this greens powder that I've had for a while, like Trader Joe's. I don't carry it anymore and it's expired, so I was like, whatever, I'll probably just finish that. And I have a huge bag of whey protein, 11 pounds of whey protein isolate. Don't ask why I have it, and I might just try and finish that, but anyway, I have options, so it's sort of like, even on the days I do fast, I'll probably have something small, like 300 calories. And there is precedent for that, like a lot of fasting clinics, they have quite a few bit of clients who don't do 0 calorie fasts. They do like something small, like 200 to 300 calories a day, and they see just as much results. And then another reason why I'm also probably going to pull back quite a bit on fasting is like the muscle issue. Unfortunately, I have a small apartment. As you can get a sense from my apartment, it's a studio, with no yard access. So we are still in a pandemic, and things are closed down and cases are rising, unfortunately. So so there's this issue of like I want to get back into like building muscle, and I think that's probably the most prudent thing to do, especially because right now that even though I'm losing weight, I'm kind of like I'm losing shape, but my belly isn't really going down as much as I would like. And I really dread feeling like I have to, like, I dread feeling like I have to lose another 30-40 pounds just so that I can get my belly to be around 30 inches. So it seems that I have to start thinking quite a bit of like weight training and just building muscle again as a way to like kind of make this process much easier. I have to figure out what I want to do. I have to figure out how I'm going to do in this phase. There are body weight stuff, which to be honest, I've not liked body weight fitness because I find them boring. Two, there is an aspect of like positive reinforcement that you don't get if you were like actually training with weights. When you're training with weights, because you start small, you start on low weights, and then you gradually progress up to like heavier weights. That progression, sets up a positive reinforcement that is actually very motivating. But when you do body weight fitness, it's not you don't really it's a lot of the things you do has a very a lot of the things you do has a very there's a high threshold, there's a high bar in the beginning that you have to clear, and if you can't quite clear that high bar, you kind of have to like struggle and suffer your way to getting that high bar. So that's why I've kind of shied away from body weight fitness, but now I'm probably just gonna suck it up and just go and just do it, because that's really the only option I have right now, being able to do things in my apartment. And then well, I guess ideally I would like to get some kettlebells, but there is this great kettlebell shortage. We'll see how well I can how well I can procure them. I should get a pull-up bar, but I'm kind of worried about my doors. I'm not sure the landlord would appreciate the pull-up bars damaging the doorways, but we'll see. I'll probably just do it anyway. We'll try anyway. But yeah, if even like for example, I've never been able to do a pull-up ever. And so when I was in the gym, I like going into the pull-up assisted machines just to like walk my way slowly, through the weights just to be able to do that. And now if I had a pull-up bar, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would be able to do a single pull-up. So it's probably gonna be useless. Yeah. But anyway, also another reason I'm going to pull back a lot of the fasting is that I'm supposed to have like a heart study. This is something I've had issues before the fasting began. So this was the heart rate monitor just came. So it's not going to be a good idea to fast and have a heart rate monitor. I think it's going to give a lot of spurious data that it's not. I don't want the data to be confounded by like fasting electrolyte issues. So I'll have to I'm probably gonna pull back on that. So even if I don't do like maybe every other day or every 2 day kind of fasting regime, I have to think very carefully about like how I'm going to eat now, because well, I guess I'm not that afraid of weight gain, because I don't think I'm going to gain. I don't think I'm going to magically gain another 20 pounds. But I do think that it's like the process to like lose at least the next 10 pounds is going to be. I have to think about that very carefully of how I'm going to eat in order to lose the next 10 pounds. Because I broke that, like the last fast I broke it was around like 155.5 or something, and since I'm eating, it has I gained back. Right now I'm 158, but yesterday I was at 160, 161. So I always have to budget that 5-7 pounds. And I've not even been eating carbs. So if I was eating carbs, I'll probably gain another magical 10 pounds. So 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 really, like, the next challenge is figuring out how to lose the next 10 pounds. Because without fasting, really, I find it daily calorie restriction is very hard for me. I can't, if there is food I want to eat. It's as simple as that. If there's food I know waiting in the fridge, I want to eat. So, and I think probably what makes it worse is that when you're quarantined in your house and there is nothing else to do, and food is the easiest thing to pull up and be like, oh yeah, like it's the easiest way to get stimulated, to be stimulated mentally and emotionally. So, and I hate to feel like, so, and like the usual tricks of like eating a huge salad and stuff like that doesn't quite work for me, because when I eat a huge salad, 2 hours later I'm hungry. It's like my body goes through it quickly and be like, yeah, you try to fool me. It's sort of like, yeah, you try to fool me by eating all this calorie dense food, like with eating all this like high volume, low dense, high volume, low calorie food. But my body knows exactly. It goes through them and be like, yep, we're done with this. 2 hours later, I'm hungry. So I have to figure out some scheme on like how I'm going to have to lose the next 10 pounds. And that's why, in a sense, like exercise really is probably one of the key things, in which is like it helps you with that, so that you don't have to do extreme restriction just to get the weight moving. But then also have to get used to like slower progress. But even though like this fasting I've done, like I've only lost like practically I've only lost 10 pounds. Yeah, practically, even though I started at 171. So I guess, what's numbers wise, I've lost 15, but practically it's only 10 because of the refeed weight gain. And this was over the course of May and almost the end of June. So 8 weeks. So 8 weeks to lose 10 pounds is about a pound a week. So I guess in a way, probably going back to the idea of losing a pound a week is and I guess in a way the idea of going back to losing a pound a week isn't so inefficient after all, because when I look at all the efforts I've done for the month of May and June, it's ended up being practically an average a pound and a half a week. So maybe I should just do the traditional like cut out 500 calories and but the problem is that at my weight now and height, cutting out 500 calories is like really cutting yourself to the bone, because at my height now and weight, it's probably like my TDE is like 1600, 1700. So am I really just going to be eating like 1100, 1200 calories per day? No. That just, this is exactly why, like, even though it's probably, well, who knows whether it's more efficient? Whether it's more efficient to do the fast to the bone versus like trying to eat 1200 calories a day and feel satisfied doing that. So it's really about your emotional temperament. So again, exercise is the one way to mitigate that. Like you don't have to eat 1200 calories if you're exercising and burning up 500 calories a day. And in order to do that, that's hard to do in the house. 500 calories a day of exercise means like either walking 5 miles or running 5 miles. So I guess maybe that's what I'm going to do. Start running, go outside and start running. Oh man, I don't, the idea of running kind of doesn't appeal to me. I just want this pandemic to be over and let me go back to the gym. That's in the past. Yeah, just it's story time. In the past, when I got down to 155, this was about like maybe 4 years ago. I did this through a combination of keto plus alternate day fasting plus gym work. Even then it was just as well, I wouldn't say it's just as miserable because I wasn't like fasting 7 but I do remember being hungry all the time. Well, I guess I got over. I just dealt with it. I do remember being hungry all the time, and it was not very. It was that was hard because as soon as it was kind of, it was also sort of depressing. Like being hungry all the time, and the weight loss was kind of slow. I was probably losing like maybe a pound a week, and the weight was slow, so it's kind of it just wears down on you. But then I had a lot of time because I was underemployed at that point. So it was like I was spending a lot of time in the gym. But that was it worked. So if I can go back to that of like eating and weight training, that's the ideal situation. But if not, I just have to suck it up and just do what I need to do in order to lose the next 10 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess this whole issue of weight loss it's really like a mental thing because the slog they just have to keep doing. You're depleted, you're drained, you're tired. You know, I guess some people would be like, you don't have to do that as long as, but I don't know. I like eating, so this whole thing has convinced me of the fact that I like eating. So and so I have yeah, but anyway. So that is that's my update. See you guys later.